Welcome to the Contractor Success Map podcast. I'm your host, Bradley Hart, and I'm an expert on how you can get the most out of your contracting company. The reason I designed this show is to help you turn your contracting company from a people-dependent money pit into a process-dependent cash cow to have the freedom you dreamed of when you started your business. Every Friday, we're releasing podcasts with information to help you get the most out of your contracting company. Be sure to join us at www.contractorsuccessmap.com. and subscribe to receive our latest articles and special offers. And the best part, it's all free, just for you.
Hello everyone, Norhalma here once again, welcoming our subscribers and podcast listeners. If you're new here, thank you for allowing us to share valuable marketing, accounting, and production tips and strategies for your construction business. In episode 646 today, we wrote about Insights for Small Construction Business Owners Post-Disruption. Let's get into it. The past few years have been challenging for small business owners everywhere. For contractors, the global disruptions, pandemic shutdowns, supply chain bottlenecks, labor shortages, and inflation hit especially hard. Projects were delayed, material costs spiked overnight, and cash flow felt like a roller coaster. If you're a small construction business owner, you've lived through it. And while it's been painful, it's also been a powerful teacher. As construction bookkeeping specialists, we've had front row seats to see how disruptions shook contractors and what strategies helped them survive, or even thrive despite the chaos. Here are the key lessons learned from global disruption that every small contractor should carry forward. First, cash flow is king. When the world turned upside down, it wasn't just about profits on paper. It was about cash in the bank. Contractors who had substantial cash reserves or disciplined systems for separating money, using methods like profit first, were able to weather late client payments, supply delays, and unexpected expenses. Those who ran lean with no buffer struggled the most. Many relied on credit cards, lines of credit, or personal savings to keep projects moving. Lesson: always budget with a cushion. Build a reserve fund equal to at least 2 to 3 months of operating expenses. Cash flow isn't a luxury, it's survival. Second, material pricing can change overnight. Lumber tripled in price. The cost of concrete, steel, and copper spiked. Even basic items like drywall screws saw shortages. For contractors who bid on jobs months in advance, these increases wiped out their profit margins. The most resilient contractors learned to add price escalation clauses in contracts, limit the validity period of an estimate, and communicate openly with clients about material volatility. Lesson: build flexibility into your pricing. Protect yourself in writing from market swings you can't control. Next, diversification builds stability. Some contractors relied heavily on one type of work, such as extensive remodels or commercial tenant improvements. When those markets slowed during lockdowns, their revenue disappeared. Others had more diversified income streams, such as small service calls, maintenance contracts, consulting work, or digital products, and were able to pivot. Lesson: don't rely on one type of project or client. Diversify your work mix so when one stream slows, another sustains you. Fourth, relationship matters more than ever. When suppliers had limited stock, who got the materials first? The contractors have strong, long-standing relationships. When crews were in short supply, which subs stuck around. No one's treated fairly, paid promptly, and respected. Lesson: invest in your relationships. Pay suppliers and subs on time. Be transparent with clients. In times of disruption, trust and loyalty can save your business. Fifth, technology isn't optional anymore. The pandemic accelerated the adoption of technology across the industry. Contractors who relied only on paper receipts, handwritten invoices, or in-person meetings found themselves at a standstill. Those using cloud-based bookkeeping, project management apps, digital invoicing, and video calls continued to move forward. Lesson: adopt technology before you need it. Utilize digital systems for bookkeeping, estimating, contract management, and communication. It's not about replacing personal touch. It's about being adaptable when disruptions happen. Next, lean teams are resilient teams. Many small contractors discovered they were carrying extra overhead, unused office space, underutilized vehicles, or administrative costs that didn't directly produce profit. During global disruption, reducing the crew to essentials, subs, and systems made survival possible. Lesson: know your actual cost and eliminate waste. A lean operation is easier to sustain through downturns and easier to scale when demand returns. Seventh, communication is your strongest tool. One of the biggest frustrations during disruption was uncertainty. Clients wanted updates, subs wanted to know if they'd be paid, suppliers were vague about delivery dates. Contractors who communicated clearly, even if the news wasn't good, earned respect. Those who stayed silent or overpromised quickly lost trust. Lesson: make communication a priority. Share updates often and honestly. It builds confidence, even when circumstances aren't ideal. 8. Mental health and burnout are real. Global disruption didn't just strain finances, it strained people. Many contractors burned out from trying to keep jobs going under impossible conditions. Some worked longer hours to break even. Those who emerged stronger learned to set boundaries, delegate, and take care of themselves as much as they did their business. Lesson: you can't build a sustainable business if you're running on empty. Take time to recharge. A healthy owner leads a wholesome company. Ninth, long-term planning beats short-term panic. Disruption exposed those who were running their business reactively and those who had systems in place for long-term stability. Contractors with business plans, financial tracking, and clear goals were able to make adjustments without losing direction. Those who made decisions only in the heat of crisis often compounded their problems. Lesson: develop a long-term strategy for your business. Even if the world shifts, you'll have a framework to guide your choices. And 10th, adaptability is a competitive advantage. Perhaps the biggest lesson: the contractors who survived weren't always the strongest or the biggest. They were the most adaptable. They adopted new ways of working, revised their bidding process, experimented with various marketing approaches, and weren't afraid to adapt their business model. Lesson: stay flexible. The ability to pivot quickly is more valuable than size or experience. Final thoughts. Global disruption has left scars on the construction industry, but it has also left lessons that we can't ignore. For small contractors, the takeaway is clear. Protect your cash flow, write airtight contracts, diversify your work, invest in relationships and technology, and prioritize communication and your own well-being. Disruptions may come again, whether global or local. But the lessons you've learned now can make your business stronger, more resilient, and more profitable in the long run. And that ends our podcast for today. Remember, we can help a little or a lot depending on your business needs. If you would like to learn more about preparing for tax season or which product to purchase in our construction accounting or fasteasyaccounting.com or org, what lessons or courses to enroll in at our constructionaccountingacademy.com, please don't hesitate to call our toll-free number at 1-800-361-1770 or 206-361-3950. Our promo code is still available for you to use, our dear subscribers and listeners, in our store and academy for a 20% discount. It's podcast 20, PODCAST 20, podcast 20. On behalf of our whole team here at Fast Easy Accounting, this is Norhelma. Thank you all for listening. Stay safe and healthy.
And stay tuned for upcoming episodes on how to turn your contracting company into a process-dependent cash cow. Bye for now. Thanks for tuning in. You're listening to the Contractor Success Map. If you enjoyed the show, please leave a 5-star rating and review here on iTunes. And make sure to head over to www.contractorsuccessmap.com to subscribe to receive the latest articles and special offers. If you'd like to discuss your business strategy, simply click on the button labeled Strategy Session. And the best part, it's all free, just for you.